Hello, my name is Manton, and I would love to show Inkwell for Mac to you today. Inkwell is our feed reader for Micro.blog, and the Mac version is very similar to the web version. A couple other things I want to highlight that are special in the Mac interface. Of course, it divides the main interface into today, posts from today, recent posts from yesterday, the day before, and then fading posts are older posts up to a week, and after a week, they just sort of fade out of the app so you don't feel overwhelmed with a bunch of posts that you haven't read. I'll get back to fading in a minute. On today, of course, I can click through. I can read blog posts. I can right-click and start a new post in Micro.blog. I can bookmark it if I want to get back to it later. There's a couple points of integration with Micro.blog. One is I can just quickly search. I'm going to search for my own blog. And this post, for example, Micro.blog pulls in the conversation from that post. So this one has one reply, and I can just read it right in Inkwell. Another thing that is common to do is to blog about something that you've read. So let's say maybe I go down to this post and, maybe I just want to highlight this. I click highlight. Maybe this was interesting too, and I'll just highlight that too. And then I can pop open a little window with the highlights for that blog post. I can come back to this later because I knew I wanted to say something about it, but I didn't have time right now. And then I can just right click, say new post. Opens Micro.blog. Let me close that main window. Has the title of the blog post, a link, has the part that I had highlighted. This is a great point. I can write more. I maybe can even have a longer post and collect multiple highlights together when you have time. I can preview that and then send that off to my blog. Let me just not save that for now. Let me close the highlights. And last thing is just if you haven't seen my Inkwell before, the fading tab, this is for Micro.blog Premium subscribers only, and there's a feature called Reading Recap. And the idea with Reading Recap is it says, 369 older posts grouped. It takes the posts from the fading tab. Some of them, you maybe have read already, you just kind of skimmed, and it groups them together by blog to allow you to kind of go back and see things that you maybe wanted to write about or things you missed that you want to read again. So in this case, the top one is Pixel Envy, summarizes the post from the last week, has a couple little topics so you can quickly at a glance see, 6 colors. Last week they were blogging about MacBooks, new studio display, highlights a couple photos if there are any. And then it also tries to pull out an interesting quote from one of those blog posts. And then has the author there if there are multiple authors for the blog. And finally, highlights a few posts that you can click through. So I can just scroll down here, and it's a great way to rediscover something that you missed in the last week or wanted to highlight again. So that's Reading Recap. Really excited about the potential for this. And that's Inkwell. Thanks so much.